What's up, y'all? We back again with a man broadcast, man. AMB Productions. We got a special guest for y'all, man. Your boy DJ Rello, man. Go introduce yourself, man, to the people.
It's your boy DJ Rello. Shout out my boy Amon Broadcast for having me in the building.
That's 100, man. So, man, finally get to sit down with you, man. I've been checking you out, man. I've been seeing everything with the DJing you got going on. I've been hearing about the parties, too, you've been doing, man. You've been having the Southside turn. You've been doing you, man. Man, I gotta ask you, man, you know what I'm saying? Like where does it all come from, man? You know what I'm saying? Where did it start with you at to even want to become a DJ, to become a voice, you know what I'm saying, for the people?
Well, like, you know, I always used to love the party, be the life of the party. You know, I used to have the parties turn, you know what I'm saying, get drunk, turn up, you know, and it was like 2014, 2013, you know, my boy Mo1 told me, like, man, bro, you need to use your voice. You need to use your voice. So I took it and ran with it. And then like 2016, you know what I'm saying, I got me some speakers. Then like 2016, my boy MoeTown, you know, long live Wop, you know, he told me, like, man, bro, he's in the studio, he like, hop on this song. And I'm like, okay. I was nervous as hell. He like, hop on this song. So I hopped on the song. So he like, man, bro, do your shit, talk about, you know, your hood and everything. So I did my shit, right. And, you know, talked about it. Then I went crazy, so I left it alone. Like 2018, I came back to it, you know, and I just, one of the fallen soldiers, you know, Nasty Nate died. I took his songs off SoundCloud and put my voice on his songs, you know, and then I just went from there, you know.
And that's what's up, man. I've been seeing you grinding for the last 2 years, man, since 2017, man. I've been seeing you doing a lot of videos and stuff, man. You've been looking out for the underdogs out here, man. And I've been seeing the interviews you've been doing, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you giving other people some insight to the streets, basically, to what people ain't gonna really hear about and really hear from these guys themselves that's putting themselves out here on the front line like that. So, what's your analogy on that? You know what I'm saying? The way you do your interviews and how you go after people to even want to, you know what I'm saying, put them out there.
Okay, the concept when I started doing the interviews, it was basically never to benefit me. It was to benefit people that didn't have no money or didn't have no way to put their platform out there.
Okay.
So, like, you know, niggas like, you know, long live Nasty Nate, long live MoeTown, you know what I'm saying? I know them personally, and you know they ain't have a way of putting their music out there. So, you know, I'm like, man, you know what? Or I had no some money to put they out there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna create this platform and do the interviews and get their music out there and host the mixtapes and get their music out there because I want to give them heard. Yeah, because I want to give them. I want to give them heard. Push myself and had to prove to myself that I can do it and give back at the same time to the community, the back of the yards neighborhood.
Okay, and it's good you say that, man. Like, speak on that, man, coming up from back of the yards area, man, you know, Southside, you know, next to Inglewood, man. So just speak on back of the yards and how it was coming up over there and stuff, and, you know, you getting into your lane, making yourself a man today.
Well, you know, back of the yards neighborhood, I'll be honest with you, growing up, it was lovely in the back of the yards neighborhood. You know, 51st and Ada, you know, I went to this center. I had a role model by the name of Richard Ware. You know, he took me up under his wings. I grew up on 51st and Loomis. He took me up under his wings, and me and my brothers and, you know, everybody else that was in the neighborhood. And, you know, we used to go on college tours, have leadership programs, you know, just a positive environment. And then on top of that, he introduced me to Visitation right there on 55th. You know, Visitation had the, you know, the Moes, the BDs, you know, all that, and he kept all that under one roof. And then, you know, as it progressed, I was hooping in Sherman Park. I retired from playing basketball at 17, and I started coaching. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to give back to my community, right. And that's where I first got to start giving back because I saw that the neighborhood was tearing down and people actually didn't care about the tournaments. The tournaments was help motivating people, our young people, to be successful, even though you still had the games. But the tournament, people know for them 3 hours, 3 to 6 o'clock on that basketball court in Sherman Park, you couldn't bring all that gang banging shit.
Speak that real.
That gang banging shit up there because it had older heads was get on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, I stopped coaching at 20, you know, the 27th, and the Chicago downtown, they won't have the tournaments no more because it started getting worse. So I started putting on myself to, you know, saying, no, this ain't how I grew up. This ain't how we grew up. We gotta we gotta do something for our community. So I, you know, put my name on the line and just went out there and, you know, tried to make it worth what it was, you know what I'm saying, for the kids and to give back. And that's why I think now what's wrong with the back of the yards, don't nobody want to give back to our community. And that's what's, you know, I always said that once I get on, I'm going to build a platform, build something positive, not giving these kids guns or drugs. I'm talking about positive, giving them jobs, hosting basketball tournaments, you know, just putting positive aspect and light back into the back of the yards, neighborhood.
So that's what you say that's missing for the youth right now to get things back on track right now. Would be mostly bringing back community centers, getting people back together with things that we love.
Basketball tournaments, giving back to your neighborhood. If it's something simple as food drive, if it's something simple as shoes, if you in a better position to help your community and you knowing this ain't how you was raised or this was how our community was, you should give back. I can't say it about nobody else. I can't say it about nobody else, but I know me. I'm going to do my part and anything I can to give back to the back of the yards neighborhood where I grew up in.
I like that. I definitely like that.
So with you DJing now and everything, man, like me myself, we both from the same area. We both from back of the yards, man. We grew up on the same block, you know what I'm saying? We brothers in this shit, you know, A and B, we standing strong. And one thing I noticed about you, you know what I'm saying, when I started coming back around to the hood from the north side, I started seeing, you know, how big your voice was, you know what I'm saying, to the hood. Not to the hood per se, but to the youth, to the children in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And that caught my eye, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you know, that's a lot of power right there, you know what I'm saying? Your voice is everything. So when I saw that, it made me look at you in another light at the same time, because at the time, that's what our area needs, you know what I'm saying, a voice. So, and it coerced you into the DJing for the music for the youth in our area. And so, and that's another thing I see you doing, that you got a lot of youth in our area, you know what I'm saying? They could be out here really tearing up the streets still, you know what I'm saying? But now they trying to put their energy into something different now, which is the music. So with you DJing and being the voice, so back of the yards and everything, you know, how that make you feel, you know what I'm saying, about the youth and the way they moving today, knowing, you know, how we came up in this shit, knowing how fucked up it is, you know, was, still is, you know what I'm saying? How it make you feel knowing that you have a voice right now and, you know what I'm saying, the youth watching you, you know, the people looking, you know what I'm saying, like.
People don't understand that your voice is a weapon. Whether it be a negative weapon or it be a positive weapon. And the reason why I say a negative weapon, because the things you say out your mouth can hurt somebody. You maybe ain't got to put your hands on them or shoot a gun or do none of that, but you just can hurt them. Now, the positive things, like the positive things you say out of your mouth can encourage them too. Or they could be like, oh, man, he just talking too much. But I bet you one thing, when they leave that conversation, they going to be like, I never had nobody explain it to me like that. So with me being about like you said, the voice of this DJing, my plan was to, you know, be the voice of the, you know, the back of the yards. Because I feel like that don't nobody stand up and ain't nobody saying nothing, you know, trying to see what's wrong and then trying to see how can we fix this. Everybody be saying, oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. And that's what makes me mad. It ain't got nothing to do with you. How? It don't have nothing to do with you. This way you grew up and this way you was raised. So I figured the DJs and the interviewing would give somebody a positive light, you know, a positive light. It ain't just gotta be, you know, because I don't just want to be rappers. I want to interview comedians. If you got some positives, that's letting me know that you want to do something in life. And some people get it. You just got to bring it up out of them. See, they so used to this gang, and all this negative, what's going on with the music industry and everything, but they don't have nobody to push them, and that's and they just say, oh, you can do it. You can be somebody.
The guidance.
The guidance. So with my voice with this DJing and the hosting mixtapes and, you know what I'm saying, and the interviewing, it's just, I know it may not catch a lot of people's eyes, but somebody gonna be like, what he was saying was true.
It's gonna catch people's eyes. You definitely got the voice.
And if people can you know, vibe off me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but I want to be a role model. And like you said, I am. It seems like I am the voice for the back of the yards And who ain't just for the back of the yard. It's the whole city of Chicago, period.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of talent out here. The reason why we losing people through gun violence, but there's a lot of people that play basketball that was a rapper or that had intentions of being a doctor or a baseball player, but they chose the streets because A, they don't have no guidance, no role models as the males at home, or, you know what I'm saying, and then on top of that, see, we had role models. Yeah. It ain't that we had fathers, we had role models between Richard Webb, Gregory Petty, Reverend Simmons. Right. We had role models.
Even our general.
Yeah, even ain't gonna lie to you. Rest in peace, G Cruz, G Taiwan, G Crane, all of them growing up. Like it was structure. They wanted us to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to them. You know what I'm saying? You know, B, all of them, they want us to be the best, you know what I'm saying? So it's no structure. You know, everybody want quick to put a gun in somebody's hand. But is you quick to put somebody on whatever, or look, shorty, stealth these blocks, or stealth these blocks and go do what you gotta do. I mean, you want to be a basketball player, go ahead. Exactly. You want to be a football player, go ahead. Exactly. You want to be a boxer, go ahead. You want to be an interviewer, go ahead. You want to be a DJ, you want to be a rapper, even in rapping, you want to be a rapper, go ahead. Exactly. See, a lot of people, when I started this DJ shit, a lot of people didn't believe in me, and a lot of people still don't believe in me to this day. But one thing about it, you believed in me. Walt Tanner, rest in peace, he believed in me. That's my boy, and you know, you my boy, you believed in me. And that, you know, some people still don't believe me. They be laughing, ha ha, this and that.
But you believe in yourself.
But as long as what I learned over a couple months, as long as I believe I can do it, a million people laugh at you. But like you said, as long as I believe that I can do it. I don't care what nobody say. I know I can believe. At that first interview that I did, at that first mixtape that I dropped, you know, the parts that I did, I believe that I can do it. And that's the quickest thing with me motivating people. Don't care about what nobody think of you. Just motivate yourself and do it. Right. Do it. Just motivate yourself. If you feel like you can do it, if you want to rap and the song might not be hot to other people, but you know it's hot. Do your shit. Don't just get discouraged.
Believe in yourself first.
Okay.
Believe in your craft, yourself, and everything will work out for the better. Trust me.
So with that being said, you did a mixtape, Back of the Yards Volume 1, man. So how you come up with that, man?
Well, the name of the Back of the Yards came from, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'll be honest with you, I wanted to name it MoeTown or something, but I had to be professional. And what other way, you know, the name of my mixtape from where I come from, Back of the Yards 1, you know what I'm saying, it got 10 tracks on there, you know what I'm saying, I had Gregory Thomas hosted it with me, but Back of the Yards 2, it was all me talking, you know, on the hosting the songs, you know what I'm saying, and I'm about to ready to drop Back of the Yards 2 and Back of the Yards 3. You know what I'm saying? Because the grind got to be, I understand that if you want to get somewhere, you got to put in the work, the grind, everything.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
So I heard you speak on MoeTown, you know what I'm saying? We both from the same place. And, you know, we from Back of the Yards, but our hood is MoeTown, you know what I'm saying? It got a bad rap on it these days, you know what I'm saying? It used to be a fun and lovely place to come to back in the day. But, you know what I'm saying? Just tell the people a little bit about MoeTown, you know what I'm saying? You know, where it came from, what it turned into, and you know what I'm saying, how things can get better for Back of the Yards.
Well, I'm 31 years old, and you know, the Back of the Yards is all I know. I grew up, you know, it was a fun, lovely, you know, you still had the violence. There was a fun, lovely neighborhood where you can go play basketball, where you can walk to both sides of the park, one side of the park to the other side of the park. Right. You know what I'm saying? But lately, you know what I'm saying, it ain't been that fun because, you know, all you see, there's a lot of talent in there, but all you see is black cloud. On the first newspaper is a black cloud with a Back of the Yards, somebody getting shot with a Back of the Yards, somebody getting robbed. And me personally, I'm tired of it because this was how it was when I grew up. I know so many people went to jail, so many people have died, but you got to start from somewhere. And if don't nobody care about it, everybody always saying like, you know, this and that about the Back of the Yards, MoeTown. But if don't nobody care about the Back of the Yards, who ain't gonna care?
Right.
Like for instance, all this property, you know, I see bandit buildings, all that. The Mexicans is basically buying Chicago up here.
Especially Back of the Yards.
So if people in the Back of the Yards that got money won't invest in their neighborhoods. I mean, bad builders. They wonder why these Mexicans pushing us up out of here because we get our money and go out of town or in the suburbs. I'm gonna shout out somebody, Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was going to, in LA, don't want me to bring up that, but he was going up, I was watching a documentary on him, he was going up to that same strip mall. And he said one day that he was going to buy that strip mall, and he bought the strip mall.
Right.
Bought the strip mall. So where you grew up at. Put it back in your neighborhood, give back to your community. Don't give back negative, give back positive. Like if you want to put a low income for the homeless, give back to the homeless.
I agree. I agree.
And that's real shit, man. So, you DJing now, you doing parties, man. Talk about some of the parties you've been doing, man. Some of the house parties you've been doing on the south side, man. Some experience and stuff.
Well, the experience, they don't let you, whatever the money bring, I don't discriminate. I did a person that was gay party, not to be discriminate. I did, outside parties. You know what I'm saying? I wish it could go back to how it was a couple years ago where it wasn't no shooting and no house parties with no violence. Where people were just outside partying, having a good time, drinking, whatever, smoking, just sitting on talking to a female. I wish it could go back that route. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, because don't nobody stand up. That's why it's like that. It ain't just the back of the yard. It's Chicago, period.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Chicago, period. Why we can't party like we used to do? Have a drink on the block. Party, you know what I'm saying? Instead of innocent females getting hit, gunshots, mamas getting hit. That's insane.
Man,
that's sad. Because in reality, you have a mama. I have a mama. You have a sister. I have a sister. You have a child. You have a daughter. You have a son. You mean to tell me that my son can't grow up this way, or you know what I'm saying? We gotta be afraid to walk, or my mama gotta be afraid to walk somewhere, or got to be afraid to get snatched, and all this. This is sad. But we not worried about that. We worried about gang. And it's the problem. Everybody always saying until it happened to you, until it happened to you. How? Because families are not what's that. But when the whole city of Chicago lose somebody, that is crazy.
And that's real. In the position that you're in, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing but good things happening for DJ Rello, man. DJ Rello Productions, man. I see great things happening for you in the future. So, you know what I'm saying?
Very positive, man.
You get in your position, man, to make a change, man. What's some of the changes that you would make back to back of the yards into Chicago?
If I'm in a position, first I'm looking out for the back of the yard first. I'm going to put more centers up in there. I'm going to buy buildings. I'm gonna buy a low income for the homeless. Cause I hate seeing homeless people, cause that could be you, that could be me, that could be my mama, that could be your mother. I hate seeing homeless people like that. I'm gonna put basketball tournaments. I'm gonna have food drives. It's just, you gotta be interacting with the community. You gotta be interacting with the people. Cause you give back to the people, you gonna see a positive change. But don't nobody care about the community. Now we forced to go to the streets. Now, Chicago as a whole, like I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to do this rap showcase, to give back, cause ain't nobody giving back to our city.
Yeah.
All you hear is negative.
Just taking it, just raping the city.
Negative. We could be like Atlanta. Chicago is the biggest city. Atlanta, all of them help each other get on. Chicago, we gotta beef with each other. We gotta hate on the next man. Why? And then we don't come get artists. If we get on, we don't come get rappers or singers from our West name. We go to another city and go get rappers and singers and put them on instead of finding out, putting our people on just back in the trenches and struggling.
So let me ask you, because it's crazy you say that, because it is a big problem here in Chicago. We get a lot of people that make it in Chicago, man, and they run off. They don't really help or give back to their community, their neighborhood, or even where they
give back. They give negative back.
Yeah, but
right. I agree. I agree.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem with the city. They don't give back in the right way. They give back to tear down. But
like back.
How can that change in your eyes? How do you think we could change that around with giving back things not in a negative way, but in a positive way?
Okay, like for the people that got talent out there, whether you a basketball player or whatever, you a football player, start with the kids. First, be interacting in the communities. I say interacting in the communities. Yeah. Have basketball clinics. have studio time for people that, you know what I'm saying, that can't get their music out here, you know what I'm saying, or put in basketball tournaments, football tournaments in these parts.
So we need more things for the youth to be involved.
Yeah, for the youth to be engaged in. I'm gonna ask you a question. When we was little, we had stuff that engaged us, right?
Yeah, we had everything. We had the community center.
The community center on Mondays through Fridays. Then on top of what we do, go to visitation, right? Go play basketball. Then right, that's what I'm saying. Then on weekdays, we went to Sherman Park and hooked up there.
And they had
ain't had to worry about no gunshot. Ain't had to worry about nobody robbing.
You can interact, you can have fun, you can meet everybody you need to meet in your area, your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? You can get to know everybody. It was a good time. It was still a lot of violence, and we was young then, but during that time it wasn't nobody shooting really each other like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't people picking up guns shooting at each other. It was bad. But the gun violence
was justified. The best justified. Innocent mamas wasn't getting hit.
Yeah.
Innocent.
It was more organized crime.
Innocent daughters ain't getting hit 9 times. Now you can be sitting in your crib and a gunshot can hit your daughter or something. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like that back in the day. It wasn't. Whatever was happening, it was justified. And then people kept it away from basketball courts. People kept it away from schools. People kept it away from churches.
It was honor amongst men.
It was honor, right? You said it was honor amongst
men at the time. So we watched our community go from being a great place, a stronghold for the city, for a lot of people to come into and have a good time, a lot of structure, and we watched our community get plagued with a lot of violence and death. And that's one thing about back of the yards is that they plagued it with a lot of death. You know what I'm saying? Both ways. You know what I'm saying? I say the law enforcement and niggas in the streets both played a hand into the whole community turning upside down. And ain't no more guidance. Ain't nothing organized no more. Everybody then kind of lost their minds. And I want to ask you a question about the youth, because I see this a lot in the city, man. These kids are really messed up in the head, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done heard a couple elder people speak on it, and they all saying it's mental issues, and you know what I'm saying? They saying it's depression, it's PTSD, as if there's a war zone here and how we living.
And the pain, like, I'm gonna answer that question. But the pain, you know, and that's why I wanted to do something positive, because I lost. Some of my friends ain't make it to C18. Some of my friends ain't make the C21. Some of my friends ain't make the C25. Some of my friends ain't make the C30. I sit here today and blessed to C32. You hear me? You hear me? So I'm blessed. Some of my friends ain't get to see their kids grow up. I'm 32 and counting, got 2 kids seeing my kids grow up. I'm tired of our youth is dying.
I feel you on that, man. Chicago is definitely growing. It's changing,
man. Now back to your question again.
And to close it out with the question is that, you know what I'm saying, you DJing that, man. We done came a long way. Like you said, you're 32 years old. You're looking after your 2 daughters and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got stepkids too, so you know.
Got stepkids, so you're a man now. You know what I'm saying? You're taking care of yours. So that's a good thing, man. That's motivation for a lot of these youths out here to take care of their responsibilities too. And tell the people what you got coming up for us, projects, who you gonna be working with.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, now I'm working on a double tape. I was gonna put it on Back of the Yards 2, but you know I'm gonna have 12 tracks on Back of the Yards 2. It's gonna be called Back of the Yards 2, and then I'm gonna release another one called Back of the Yards 3. I'm still doing the interviews, you know, as bro said, you know, he got his own production company. I got my own, you know, interviewing, you know what I'm saying, but we together. But I'm interviewing a lot. Like I interview Fast Star, Free Fast Star.
Freestyle.
If you want to check out that interview, you can go on YouTube. You can go on YouTube, check out the interviews that I did.
Tell people where they can find you on the social sites, man.
You can find me on my Facebook, Terrell Williams, DJ Rello, the real DJ Rello. You can find me on my IG, the real _ DJ Rello. You can find me on my second IG for the production, for the interviews, DJ _Rello _production. Then on my Twitter it's AMB DJ Rello. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working, I'm never stopping, because you know, I want to be somebody in life and show my kids that I just want their father. I ran the streets for a lot of years. It's time for a change. Because the only person going to get hurt from it is your family. And when you 6 feet under or in a box, ain't nobody going to care about your family. When you in jail, ain't nobody going to care about your family. Only thing going to say is free you. When you die, it's going to say rest in peace you with a shirt. And you think anybody going to look out your kids? So that's why I say, I changed for the better. I changed for the better, and you know I'm working on my career, and it's more videos and all that soon. Back to Yards 2, Back to Yards 3. Go check me out.
More content on the way, man. Y'all heard it from y'all self. The boy DJ Rello, man. Thanks for stopping through, man. Come see you,
it's going to be more visual on the way. It's going to be more visuals and content on the way. My YouTube page is DJ Rello. On YouTube, if you want to go, matter of fact, subscribe to my channel. Go subscribe to his channel, their channel, Amon Broadcasting, on YouTube.
Subscribe to DJ Rello.
And shout out Amon Broadcasting for having me, for doing my interview today. I really appreciate it, you know.
This number love, bro.
Okay.
And our home DJ as well.
And I am the home DJ of
AMB DJ Rello.
I am also what they said. I am the home DJ for AMB, you know what I'm saying? Well, until next time.
We out, y'all.